Hey everyone, we have some bad news, but not really that bad of news when it comes to standard capacity magazines in the state of California. The Ninth Circuit en banc panel has issued a ruling against the Second Amendment and has said that the state's ban on high capacity or standard capacity magazines as we know them is in fact constitutional. Now, you might be thinking, Reno, how is this not like the worst thing ever? Well, ultimately, this is going to potentially put the Supreme Court in a much more likely position where they will hear one of the Supreme Court decisions that are in front of them to determine whether or not the assault weapon ban and the magazine ban are or are not constitutional. Now, it's pretty interesting that Judge Van Dyke put out a video in his dissent, which is not something that I've seen before. I'm sure it's happened before, but I've not yet seen that happen in one of these court cases. He put out a video explaining how magazines are arms. These are required for the functioning of a firearm. And because of that, they should be protected as such, because arms covers more than just guns. Arms covers knives, body armor, anything that would be man-portable and necessary for an individual to participate in the reason for the Second Amendment being the protection of our freedoms and then also protection of oneself in personal ways as well. So the Supreme Court is going to be much more likely to take one of these cases because of this. We've been kind of wondering why they've been waiting. It's possible that they've been waiting for the Ninth Circuit to make this decision, but really this kind of puts the Supreme Court in a much more likely position to make a big decision. Not a whole lot of information in this one that's super relevant. All you got to know is that as of right now, it's believed that we can still be in possession of these magazines because of the initial ruling by Judge Benitez back in 2019, I believe. But this is a big one. This could be huge. This could force the Supreme Court to basically say that way more things are in fact arms. It was really cool to see Judge Van Dyke put out his video in the dissent explaining how the magazine of his P320 was in fact required for the functioning of the firearm, and that a one-round mag is not the bare minimum or not the threshold of what would be considered unconstitutional or not. All in all, it was pretty interesting. I hope that you guys stay tuned. I'm going to try to save your time as much as you can. You don't really need to do anything as of right now. Just be aware. It is something that's good to be aware of, but we don't need to talk about it a whole lot in video format, or at least I don't, because I don't have a whole lot more to say. Hope you found this informational. If you want to see a breakdown thread, I'm always going to plug Costas on Twitter or X. He does great breakdowns of all these briefs. You should check him out. Link in the first comment or something.